What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Donnie V. Today we're gonna be doing Fortnite prank videos. We're gonna jump in. You gotta hook them from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is 1 month on YouTube, as you saw from the title. So this basically is me evaluating sort of a retrospective on the past month of me being on YouTube. I want to talk about everything I've learned, what I want to do, what it's like to start YouTube. So I'm really starting from the bottom rung of the ladder and not going anywhere. I'm gonna go video by video to sort of explain what the hell I was thinking when those came out. So I'm just gonna go for it. Let's go. First video, the one with Steve Harvey on the cover. I will never explain that to anyone. The one thing that is worth mentioning about that video though is I know that it doesn't really seem like there's a point to it, and it doesn't seem like it really needs to exist. But I think it does, because you have no idea how much I went through to get that to the point where it was postable. I would have started YouTube a month earlier, but iMovie somehow old thing. It wasn't very long, as long as it is now. Especially for someone like me that doesn't, I don't know. I think it's funny. And then moving on, the kamikaze video, 47 minutes long. I definitely learned not to make a video that long again. The average watch time for that's like two minutes. I think about 8% of the video gets watched. But for some reason, it's also my most viewed video. And I think I know why that is. I think, at least judging from the analytics, most of the traffic came from Facebook, which is where I shared it. And that has so much traffic from there because I came out as a YouTuber to Facebook with that video. So I posted it, and then everybody kind of flocked over there so they could make fun of me like they did in high school. And then they left, and then they stopped watching. Moving on to Frankenstein, the video after that, my viewers dropped off by about half. And then with my McCamey Manor video, the next one, it was even less. This is what you like to see. You're on a steady, gradual, consistent decline. Which, listen, I understand that you can't look into analytics too much, especially when you don't have a fan base and you're just starting out and the numbers don't really mean anything. So I don't take it too much to heart, really. It's just, it's funny when you put so much work and effort into something, and then even after you're done, you watch it and you're like, yeah, it's just not, that ain't it, you know? It's not that I hate those videos. I do like them. I think they're actually really genuinely good videos. So I can look back on those and not be upset with myself. Kamikaze, I learned obviously just to cut it down. I learned to be a little bit more energetic. Don't shoot an entire video in one instance and have that be 2 hours long and have to edit that down, because by the time I got to the end of that, and I knew nobody was gonna see it anyway, I was just so exhausted and I was just done. I didn't want to work on it anymore. That's pretty much what I learned from the kamikaze one. And then moving on to Frankenstein, I had a lot of fun working on the Frankenstein one, actually. And that was my first time working, not really in character, but I wasn't completely who I am. As I was narrating it, I was toning it down a little, reading kind of creepy, trying to really get into what I was doing. I'm not going to say that I nailed it, but it was pretty fun and I liked it. That being said, I definitely want to stick more with just being me in the future, because it's more comfortable to do a character, but I want to be really comfortable just being myself on here, which is, we'll discuss what I want to do more in the future in a second. Don't click out of it yet. What does it take to keep people's attention these days? I just gotta start throwing if I put on some glasses or something. Can't see. What was I talking about? So with the kamikaze video, I was pretty loosely scripted. I'd written out an entire script, but I let myself go off script a lot. And then with the Frankenstein video, that was heavily scripted. I never went off script, which was easier, but I had to cut around with editing a lot to cut out the parts where I was picking up the script and reading it. So I either need to get better with memory or I need to do kind of what I did more so with the McCamey Manor video. The McCamey Manor one, I kind of just did bullet points, like points that I wanted to make sure that I made. And I think that was the best way to go about it so far. Obviously with this video, I think it's pretty clear I don't have a script at all. There's no point really in scripting this. Well, maybe there is though, because when I just talk, I start to just say a lot of, what is this? Warning ticket. So kind of in that phase where in between cuts, there's just a lot of pausing, me just staring at myself on the screen. So I'm trying to get past that, and I think the best way to do it though is just keep talking off script. I don't know what it is. I really wish I could take this hat off. Oh, it's not that bad. Looking at every aspect of each video, I'm kind of looking for my strengths and my weaknesses. I'm trying to look at it from a viewer's trying to look at it from a viewer's perspective, what they see. And I think as far as negative aspects go, I'd say that I seem maybe I'm not very engaging. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe when I'm talking, I'm not connecting with you very well. I'm trying to be what I'm trying to go for with this is I want to create a really comfortable atmosphere where you feel like comfortable sitting hearing my perspective, almost like you are in a podcast. But by the same token, I also just want to be entertaining too. I don't know why that's tough for me right now. And then another thing is I jump cut too much, and that's because too much of my footage is shit. So I have to make sure less of the footage is shit, so it comes back to the first thing kind of, which is just being more comfortable. So maybe I should just stick with scripting. I don't know. I hope this one's not choppy because that will just show that I learned nothing. I love how I always manage to have trash hair in every video too. It always looks fine beforehand. So I've learned I need to stop saying like so much. I do it in normal conversation too. I didn't even know that I did it until the McCamey Manor video was bad with that. That was the worst one. You gotta also discuss what you like about yourself too. Because there's good and there's bad always. Even if I get really, really good at this and the flaws are fewer and fewer, there'll still be things that I want to fix and I want to change. Let's talk about the good stuff. So I think that I have a solid sense of humor for this. I mean, if I don't, tell me, but at least I think I'm funny. Regardless of how uncomfortable I think I clearly am on camera, I don't think it comes off as awkward, which is nice, which must display that there's some natural level of something. It seems I don't feel out of place on here. I feel very much like I belong here, which is a good thing. I think I have a lot of capabilities. I've gotten way better with the editing and with bringing my ideas into fruition. And there's a really obvious amount of progression with each video, which is why it's even funnier that I get less and less attention every time. This fucking thing is crazy. I don't know, didn't sum that up very well, but that's how I'm feeling. Am I feeling discouraged by the lack of viewers and by the 9 subscribers? I'm fairly certain every one of which I know personally. I mean, I'm not discouraged. It sucks. I knew that this was coming. I knew that there would be this part to get over, which is why I think there was any hesitation at all about doing YouTube. Like once I got in my head that I was going to do YouTube, I knew I was just going to do it. But I knew this part would suck. The thing about it is like it's breaking through, right? How do you do it? How do you get past that part where you don't have anybody looking at you? You don't, like, do you self-advertise? Do you do whatever? It seems like you just kind of have to find a niche and then keep going. And I just have to accept that I'm looking for a niche right now. I'm waiting until I make a video and I'm like, bam, that was the most fun I've had. That's what I want to do. It is tough to work so hard on videos for an entire month, just knowing in the back of your mind that this isn't going anywhere. This is just, it's just practice. And I guess that's where a lot of people get discouraged, I guess, if they work really hard and then nothing comes out of it. It's discouraging, I get it. But you can't really do that. You need to stick with something. You need to just keep trying and keep learning and keep training yourself. And I think this is true for pretty much anything. God, as I've been so ignored and rejected in everything I've done since I started. I've got my circle around me that they're all very different people, and I go to all of them and I get all their opinions, all their views, and then I can get a very realistic understanding of whatever I made, right? So if I write something, if I write a short story, I'll ask person A, B, C, D, and E, and then I'll get a very honest reaction from each of them because they care about me and they want to see me succeed. So I think having that circle is really important during times like this, which is what I'm in right now, where nobody cares, nobody's looking. So I don't know, I feel really lucky. I don't know if it's because of who I am or because of my personal circle that I don't get discouraged, but it's probably both. So thank you guys, you know who you are. And I also don't want to sound shitty. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed to me so far and left a comment or a like or whatever. Yeah, your backup and your support does actually mean a lot to me. I've gotten a little bit of backup from people I never would have expected before. That was really cool. We're moving forward. At the time of this, I am moving into November with 9 subscribers, like 1,000 minutes of watch time, and like 300 something views total, I think. Over half of which came from my first video. So, what can you expect from your boy Donnie V? Well, first of all, we're gonna get a change of scenery because this isn't cutting it. Because that's one thing that really has upset me. Well, not like upset me, but you know what I mean? It's just doesn't look good. I know it doesn't look good. And I try really hard to make everything look good that I have, you know, all the tools within my power. I got not amazing equipment, but good equipment. I work really hard to try to get better on camera and with my voice, and I try really hard to write scripts and do good research. And this is the one thing I can't do anything about, but now I can. So what am I going to be doing in that place that's definitely not my mom's basement? And it's going to be 4 things, is what I want to try in November. So the first one's going to be a video essay type of situation. Not like I've been doing it, so I want to try to stretch that a little bit in a shorter kind of format, a more of something that hasn't really been explored that much. So we're gonna try that out. I'm gonna try a series that I'm gonna do. It's called Weird YouTube. 3, I really want to do personal story type of things to kind of explain who I am. What's the other thing I'm gonna do? Oh, yeah, and I'm gonna do another commentary video. That's the 4 things I'm kind of interested in exploring, but you know, you can never really know what you're gonna expect from me, at least for now. I do kind of always want to keep a spontaneous, random element to what I do. It's a fine line to walk between being predictable and being consistent. You know, I kind of want to find that balance to where I can just kind of zero out predictable and have content that you know you can expect from me that you like, but every now and then I drop a bomb on you. Because I have a hard time just doing the same thing for too long. I get really bored. So I want to really stretch this out and make sure I'm continuously stretching my creativity on YouTube, because that's the only way I'll be happy doing it. So yeah, to wrap everything up, I'm trying not to get too wrapped into the numbers and the stats and the subscribers and the algorithm and all that. I'm just trying to learn it, but I'm not trying to base myself off of it. I'm trying to get to a point where I feel comfortable advertising myself and putting that out there, and I will be able to do that. I'm pretty confident after these next couple of videos, because I'm really starting to get a sense of who I am on here and what I want to do, how I want to portray myself creatively through this platform. So I'm learning a lot right now. I'm working a lot right now. Not a whole lot more to say, really. Still exciting, still fun, still terrifying, still everything. And that's it. Bye. Oh, also, I forgot, you're supposed to remind people to subscribe. So, see? I'm learning, huh? I'm learning. So there should be a button around here. Somewhere, hit it and subscribe. And then we'll both, live long, happy lives. Bye.